Best advice incoming freshmen: try something new. You don't get really pushed to the side as much. Just being able to be a part of something probably the first week of my freshman year. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Noelle, and today I'm going to be giving you guys the best advice for incoming freshmen that I wish I had as well. So if you don't have enough time, I'd recommend speeding up the video because all of these tips are really good. And grab yourself a drink. I have a matcha, so let's get into the video. Okay, tip number 1. Join different clubs and different sports. Obviously not too many because you don't want to overwhelm yourself, but going into a new school, being a 9th grader in a school full of people that are almost the age of 18 can be very intimidating, especially not knowing people if you're a new kid or even if you've known some of these people in your class for your whole life. Joining different clubs and different sports where there's different ages from sophomores, juniors, and seniors in there, it can feel scary at first, but it really does help in the long shot because you don't get really pushed to the side as much because you have different things to do. So even if you're not really interested in much, try something new. Like I did, I tried basketball for the first time. I finally did tennis, and I did join ASL club for a bit, which was really fun. So just try to find something that you really enjoy that you can do for the rest of your high school life, or not, no pressure obviously. But just being able to be a part of something other than just school makes you so much more involved. So just getting involved with your school in general is probably one of the biggest pieces of advice I could give you guys, rather than just being in school, trying something outside of school. Tip number 2. This is probably the biggest piece of advice I could ever give anybody going into their high school career, and honestly anybody at any age. It changed my whole freshman year, and honestly I think it will change yours too. So, drumroll please, get outside of your comfort zone. When I tell people that, they're probably like, oh my gosh, I'm so scared. No, you don't have to be. It can be scary, but honestly, when I finally decided to get outside my comfort zone was probably the first week of my freshman year. Okay, one thing about me is I'm terrified of public speaking. Like, I hate it so much. Like, even if it's just in front of like a small group of people, hate it, absolutely hate it. So what did I do? I made myself stand in front of over 100 people, so basically my whole grade, in the new high school, in the auditorium where I had to stand on stage all by myself and give a speech that I made about how I should become vice president. That was like the most, I was like literally shaking, like my arms were literally like this. It was terrible, but it really did help me like get outside my comfort zone, and it was so, like, it just helped me a lot. And then another way, today I held snakes for the first time. I'll post a picture. It was terrifying, but yeah. Hi. It was terrifying, but just, I'm making a video. Anyways, yeah, so it was terrifying, but it definitely did help because now I'm a little less afraid of public speaking, if that makes sense, because I forced myself to do something I'm terrified of. I got better at it. So public speaking is also definitely something you need to know. So if you're like me and you hate it, start getting used to it and start making yourself do it. Another example of how to get outside of your comfort zone is join a new sport where you know nobody on and you're terrible at it, because I did this for basketball and I was with a bunch of 8th graders, but they were so much better than me at it because they'd been doing it for a couple of years. So I embarrassed the crap out of myself. Like, I literally get PTSD from talking about it. It was absolutely terrible. Like, I was terrible at basketball, but I wanted to try something new because my dad was begging me to do basketball for so long, and I wanted to try something to get outside my comfort zone. I tried it. I absolutely embarrassed myself, but it was fun. It was fun. Really stressful and terrifying, but fun. Tip number 3, get really good grades. There's so many people that regret not locking in their first year of high school because it does show up on college applications. So if you're used to getting C's and D's in middle school, you're gonna have to lock in and start getting basically all A's, because college applications is, okay, I'm sorry, I'm going to college. If you're not going to college, this doesn't really apply to you as much, but jobs will still look at it. Colleges will look at your grades. So if you're planning to go to an Ivy League or a college, you have to throw that out the window if you're not expecting to get good grades and study for all your quizzes, because you have to get good grades in high school all years. So this year is your first year. Lock in so that the rest of the years you lock in. Only A's, barely any B's. Tip number 4, make really good relationships with your teachers. So right when you meet them, if you need any help from them, go directly to them, ask them for help. Introduce yourself before class even starts. This just make sure that the teacher will know your name and they'll know you way better than the other students. Make sure you pay attention during class as well. That will help you build a good relationship with your teachers. But just in general, build good relationships with your teachers, especially if you're planning to go to college, because you're going to need letters of recommendation from them. And if you're not on their radar, like they don't like you, you don't get good grades in their class, and you don't pay attention when they're actually teaching, they're not. Yeah. Okay, where was I? People keep interrupting me. But anyways, make sure you get really good relationships with your teachers, because that will help you your senior year when you're trying to get letters of recommendation for them for colleges, if you're going to college. But just having a good relationship with them is very, very important when it comes to grades and all that stuff. I had a really good relationship with my biology teacher. I'll give you an example. His class was so hard. I got 72s like on basically all his tests because it was an honors class. And since he loved me so much, because I would always pay attention to his class, I was always like locked in, focused, writing all my notes, doing all of the assignments that he gave us. I never really missed an assignment. I remember this actually happened twice, where I forgot to do this exit ticket thing, like to call it, where you do homework at home and then he checks it the next day, and if you didn't do it, he will mark an X on your packet, which means your grade goes down. I remember I didn't do it twice because I forgot, and he literally I passed. Like he didn't take my grade down or anything. Like the rest of the people that didn't do it and didn't pay attention in class, like he took points off. But for me, he didn't do anything. Like he just left it blank. Like he didn't mark an X on my packet or anything, because I was just such a good student in his class. He didn't do anything and he didn't put my grade down. So that's just one example or two examples of how your relationship with your teacher can affect your grades and future things. Tip number 5. Get lots of sleep. Get over 8 hours of sleep, because if you don't get enough sleep, you're probably going to fall asleep in class, and then you'll fall behind in class because you're not paying attention, and you'll just be daydreaming the whole time, not paying attention. So make sure that you're getting enough sleep, because it helps your focus levels, it helps how well you study. Sorry, my dog's barking if you hear noise. It helps everything. So make sure you're getting enough sleep. At least 7 hours of sleep is definitely needed. I know so many people freshman year that were like, oh, I stayed up playing Fortnite all night. Like, that's not a flex. It's really not. Have a sleep schedule, like a specific sleep schedule. Like, you go to sleep at 10 p.m., you wake up at 7 a.m. Like, don't do the whole thing with like, oh, I went to bed at 2 a.m. last night, and then tonight I'm going to bed at 10 p.m. No, it's going to mess up your whole brain chemistry. Like, it won't work. Have a specific bedtime when you go to sleep. Put your phone away an hour before you go to sleep. All this stuff. I know, so many rules, but it definitely will help you sleep, and it will help you focus and get better grades in school. Oh, do not spend the whole night trying to like pull an all-nighter being on your phone. It will not help you at all. Tip number 6, don't start thinking that smoking and drinking is cool, because I know so many people my freshman year that started drinking and smoking thinking it was cool, and they literally got suspended like within the first couple weeks of being in school. It's not cool. It's just messing up your brain at such a young age. Your brain is still developing. Why are you using that stuff? I just feel like we are like in 2026. If you think that smoking and drinking makes you cooler than others that are working their butt off to get good grades and all that stuff, I mean, you can kiss your future basically goodbye. Leave the drinking and smoking for the kids that don't want a future or don't have a future. Like, leave it for them, because if you want to be wealthy, if you have ambitions to be a better person and to be bigger than others, leave it out. It's not going to help you. Peer pressure is not a thing, okay? Pretend it's not a thing. Just because your friends do it does not mean you have to do it. I know so many friends that got literally suspended for doing all that stuff. It didn't apply to me. I stayed away from them. I kind of like kept my distance from them while they were doing that stuff. And yeah, no, not doing any of that stuff. So I said no, you should too. Tip number 7, start thinking about what you want to do for your future career. High school goes by so quick, and by the time you know it, you're going to be a senior. So freshman year is great for just figuring out what you like, what you don't like, what you want to do with your life and all that stuff, because it's going to go by so quick. Once you know what you want to do freshman year, that gives you 3 years to kind of build up, like decide, and you can start joining clubs and clubs in different sports that kind of align with that career path, so that you can use those on college applications or just for your future job to help prep you for it. So just having those 3 years, sophomore, junior, senior year, should kind of be where you're joining clubs and sports and different things that will help you for your future career. For example, I'm going to medical school, so this year I'm going to be joining different clubs that will help me with that like HOSA, medical clubs, all the type of stuff, and volunteering at hospitals, not doing those type of things that will help me prepare for the job. Tip number 8, have a positive mindset. I don't know, oh my gosh, you don't understand how big of an impact this had on the beginning of my freshman year. Like, I don't have 4 quarters, I had 3 trimesters. So first trimester was about 3 months long, and I was like, so like, I'm not gonna say depressed, I wasn't depressed, but like I felt like I was depressed, because I was just like, moment I walked into all my classes, I was like, ugh, I hate this class, I hate this teacher, I hate these students, because I knew them from before. Like, I have no friends in this class is stupid, I hate what we're learning, all that stuff. And once I started thinking like, wait, this isn't so bad, like I actually got to know the teachers, I actually got to know some of the students, I actually got to understand some of the subject and like the curriculum, it really wasn't that bad. I was just making it bad. So if you have that bad mindset, it's going to be as bad as you make it. So even if you don't have any friends in the class or something like that, just make the best out of it, meet new people and all of that stuff. Because my first trimester was only bad because basically of me, like I made it bad. So if you think positively, being like for example, I hated my biology class, no friends, hated the teacher, he was annoying, he was weirdly obsessed with AI, he looked like Jeffrey Dahmer, mixed with, what is the other serial killer? It doesn't matter. And I just hated it all. I hated the subject, I hated everything. And once I started getting used to it, I was like, wait, this isn't so bad. So just give it a chance. You're at the beginning of your freshman year, you will be fine, okay, you won't die. Just deal with it, get used to it, and have a positive mindset. Like, think of anything positive, like, hey, my pencil's cute at least, like anything, literally. Tip number 9, I guess this goes for like anyone, actually, like it could be for middle schoolers all the way to like high schoolers, 6-year-olds, whatever. Don't judge people before you talk to them. I don't, like, you guys don't understand how many times I did this. I would like look at someone, I'm like, ew, I'm definitely not hanging out with them, I'm definitely not gonna like sit with them, all that stuff. Like, and that sounds so mean, but like genuinely that's just what I was thinking. I was like, oh, why are they doing that? You guys don't understand how good this matcha is.
So okay, 3%.
If you guys are matcha haters, goodbye. Like, goodbye. Okay, we got interrupted for the 3rd time, but it's okay. So you don't know how bad I felt, like how badly I felt after, hold on, my camera's messed up. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. You don't know how badly I felt after judging those people and I actually got to sit next to them and talk to them. Not like I wasn't like willing, like the teacher put me next to them. I was like, wait, these people are actually so sweet. Like, I actually got to know them and I was talking with them and I was like, why did I ever do that? Like, I didn't even know them. Like, and people probably do the same thing with me. Like, I don't really care. Like, people usually think I'm mean when they first meet me. I'm not, really. But yeah, it's just like, it's all about the positive mindset. This kind of goes with the other tip. But just don't judge people before you know them, because honestly, the people that I really didn't like, without knowing them, without even talking to them or saying hi to them, I judged them badly. And when I got to sit next to them and I got to know them, they were honestly the sweetest and most amazing people ever. So don't judge, guys. Like, don't judge without knowing them. Tip number 10, I think you don't have to be friends with everyone. I remember, like, I was so scared to sit alone, like my 8th and 9th grade year, like my 8th and freshman year. I was like, wait, what if I don't have any friends in this class? Oh my gosh, what if I don't have anyone to sit with? It is okay to sit alone. Like, people do not, I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. It is okay to sit alone. You do not always have to have someone with you. You do not always have to have a friend with you. Sitting alone, doing your work, being in peace, it's okay. You don't always have to have somebody to talk to. I remember how terrified I was of it. I'm like, why do I even care now? I'm still a little scared of it, obviously, but if you have to sit alone at lunch, like, because you don't want to sit with anybody else, you don't like anybody else, like I did, you will be perfectly fine. You will not die. Just be on your phone, eat in peace, write something, do schoolwork during that period. You will be fine. It's okay. And if the teacher says get out a partner and you don't have any friends in that class, just ask someone to, like, just ask, like, just go around, be like, can I be your partner? Like, can I work with you guys? Let's see if the teacher says a group of 3 or anything like that. Like, it is okay to do something by yourself. It is not terrifying, and you need to get used to doing things alone, because basically we do a lot of things alone. We're born alone, we die alone. There's a lot of things we do alone, and if you can't even get through one class without having a friend, you're not going to do good in this world, because we have to do a lot of things alone. A lot. I mean, a lot. Like, in the future, when you grow as an adult, you're going to have to do things alone. So get used to it. Sorry, I didn't mean to, like, tough love, okay? Tip number 11, I think. I don't really know. Don't start fights with people just because you want to fight. Like, I remember I had this one friend, I'm not going to say her name, I'm just going to, like, go by E. She loved to fight. So, like, the last day of 8th grade and the last day of freshman year, she was like, okay, I'm gonna plan to fight because then I won't get detention or I won't get a suspension and it won't go on my permanent record. By the way, they can still have you in detention, summer detention, if you do something bad like that. So fair warning if you're planning to fight someone at the end of the school year, which you shouldn't. But she always wanted to fight somebody and I was like, girl, no. Okay, you're gonna get in trouble first off. That's gonna go on your permanent record. No college or any workplace is gonna want you if you're known for starting fights or if you enjoy to start fights. Get that out of your mind. If you like to fight, no, we don't do that here. Get them banned. We don't do that here. Oh, now, I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop now. Tip number 12, you do not owe anyone your whole life story, so don't share a secret or something you don't want the whole school to know, because it will get around. If you tell one person you think you can trust, you probably can't trust them, and they tell another person they think they can trust, but that person tells another person they can trust, it goes down the row. Other people will find out that you don't want finding out, so just don't tell anybody. If you don't want to share it to the whole school, like, remember this, rewire it in your brain. If you don't want the whole school to know it, don't tell one person, don't tell a soul, don't tell anybody. Write it in your diary, something to get out of your system. Don't tell anybody. Okay, tip number 13. This is for my high achievers out there, my ambitious people. Don't choose an honors or AP class just because it's an honors or AP class and it's gonna look good on college applications. Because colleges do like when you choose honors or AP classes, higher level classes, obviously. But if you are a more like slower paced person and don't study that much for quizzes and tests and there's gonna be a test or two every single week and you're gonna have to learn a topic within those 5 days, don't do it, okay? Because I remember I was put into algebra honors my freshman year, and I really couldn't keep up with it. I'm terrible at math, period, but at the same time, it was just so hard because we had to learn a topic within a week. Like, same with biology, we had to learn a topic within a couple days, maybe even 3, like the most has been 3. And we had to do a test or quiz on it, and I would get like 72s. I'd get like really bad grades because I just can't fully grasp a whole topic within 5 days. So this year I chose CP geometry, which is a lower level class, because I know that I can't fully grasp things so quickly and efficiently the way others can. And that's nothing to be embarrassed about. If you need to take a CP class because it's better for you, then take it, because that way your GPA will be higher because it was a slower paced class where you were able to like take more time to fully grasp it and learn the topics and the subject without fully rushing yourself. Like, some people can do fast-paced classes. You might be one of those people, you might not. And you might not get to figure that out until your sophomore year, but if you do know, like, oh, I'm not so good at this subject, maybe I should go with CP, do that. Because taking an AP or honors class just because you think college applications or your workplace is gonna like that, it's not gonna help you if you're not good at that subject and you're not good at fast-paced things and taking tests and studying so much. Your GPA is gonna go down, and colleges don't like low GPAs. Yeah, colleges don't like low GPAs. So don't just take a class because of its like representation, like, oh, it's an AP or honors, because those are really, really hard. And by the way, if nobody told you, you have to do a lot of summer work for AP classes. One of my friends, she's doing AP bio, and she has to do like a whole like thick book work every single day for the whole summer before her sophomore year of high school. So don't just do a class because of its quality, like AP, honors, whatever. Anyways, guys, those are all my tips. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe for more content like this, and good luck your freshman year. I love you guys. Bye.